Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Alright, this is how I'm going to build 35 nesting boxes out of salvage material. So these are old steel racks that were cut in half from my old store. They're pretty well no good for anything else because I cut them in half and they're no longer 8 feet tall, they're 4 feet tall. So what I'm going to do is turn them into nesting boxes. We're going to put 3 nesting boxes on the bottom, which are going to be 16 inches by 18 inches deep, 16 inches wide, and then on the top they're going to be 2 foot by 2 foot nesting boxes, a little bigger so the ducks, you know, that jump up and have their wings flapping can get into them a little easier. So that will give me a grand total with what I have in these racks, as I'm going to have a grand total of 35 nesting boxes for 70 females, which of the 70 females, 30 of them are Muscovy and Rowans, so they're going to probably nest. But the Pekings, it's hit and miss, so that's why we're not going to have a nesting box for each one of them. So I'll give you a shot here once I get it done and how simple this is going to be. Alright, we're putting the back on, and this is a bottom area. You can tell my helper's here, Rocco, and he loves to help, especially be right in the way. Rocky, you gotta lay right in the way, don't you? Anyways, we're he's got the whole garage to lay in, but he's got to lay right where I'm working because he's got to be close to me. So anyways, this is the bottom of the nesting box. I'm doing the back and the dividers, and then I'm going to flip it over and put the bottom on. Well, I've been cutting here for, oh gosh, it's been 2.5 hours of cutting boards. So I've got all my dividers cut. I've got my backs cut. There's some more backs in the back. I've got the fronts cut. The front piece is here. I've got the backs, which I'm going to patch together. And I'm going to do a quick cleanup here so that I have some room to work. And my helper here, he's just been having a hard day laying in the dirt. Hey, Rocky? Oh, Mr. Lay in the way. Rock is the worst in the garage. He's got to be like right under your feet all the time. Oh, I know. Hey, Rock, what a hard life you have. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick cleanup and I'm going down to the barn to get some more bottoms, because that's where I've got all the bottoms for the racks, and then we're going to start putting them together, and I'll give you a unique point of view assembly video, and hopefully I don't put a finishing nail with the air gun through my hand because I need glasses, and my point of view glasses aren't prescription, so it's going to be doing it in Braille here for you. Alright, this video here is just a little close-up view of how I designed and came up with this nesting box idea, and I'm going to walk you through it on the measurements and how I did it. So basically, it's all scrap lumber. Everything I'm doing here is with scrap lumber that I had either salvaged out of commercial racks or is left over from jobs. I bought nothing, absolutely nothing. So now what I basically came up with, my racks were, my steel frame that I had are 4 feet wide. So the bottoms are 4 feet. So I decided on the bottom I'm going to make them into 3 sections. 16-inch sections. 16 and a half actually is what it worked out to be, and they're 16 and a half inches tall, and I figured that's lots tall for the ducks, seeing that the hole that the ducks go through to get into the barn is actually 16 and a half inches tall. I figured a 16 and a half inch tall nesting box would be perfect for them. If a 16 and a half inch door is perfect for them, it only makes sense that that would be a good height for them. So, basically I'm just using standard 1.5 inch finishing nails. Installed with this Porter cable finishing gun that my stepdaughter bought for me, oh God, about 10 years ago for Father's Day. Thank you very much for that, Lord. I've used it quite a few times, and this job, it's actually perfect. But actually I just ran out, so I gotta go get, pause the video, I gotta get more ammo. Alright, I got more ammo. I'll give you a shot here. Basically they're just 1.5 inch, Porter cable finishing nails. So, We'll load ourselves up with a couple clips. Feels like I'm going to combat here. Try not to point an air gun at you with nails in it. That's not a good thing. No. And always try to keep your hands far enough away from it that if you do accidentally miss the lumber, that you know, the nail's not going to get you really close. And really, you should be wearing safety glasses for this, but I don't have any prescription safety glasses, and I can't see nothing without it. Now, I did yesterday shoot some video with the point of view goggles, just so you could do it, and basically I was doing it in braille. It was quite scary, actually, just to get the shots, you know, for you to see what it's like looking down at the gun. Damn dangerous stuff, because eyesight is precious, and you know, an air gun can ricochet nails so easy. All right, so now we've got the back with the dividers. I've got the bottom. Now this is this lumber here that I'm going to show you now. This lumber is actually the shelves that originally came with the steel racks, so I didn't have to cut anything with those. That was really nice. And we're going to tack her into place here. She's tight. Now the thing is that, you know, this nesting box that I came up with is slick, because the fact that, you know, I can take this thing apart, you know, and disassemble it, and all I've got to do is just the boxes, which I can easily pile up outside and cover them with a tarp, and I don't have, you know, this bank of nesting boxes in my barn if I don't need them, which, you know, once the ducks stop breeding, or stop brooding, I should say, they're going, I won't need them in the barn, and I can take them out. So basically, you know, when summertime gets here, I can disassemble the nesting boxes and make the barn a lot bigger, which, if everything goes according to plan, and I end up, you know, do hatch 500 ducklings, I'm going to need as much indoor space as possible, and I don't need a bunch of nesting boxes in the way. So it's really nice that, you know, this whole system can be disassembled. Now I'm just going to do a one quick check inside to make sure I didn't miss with any nails. Yeah, we're good, no nails inside. Now I'm going to put the front face on. Now I did this strictly just to give it the box in the, you know, it's still low enough. It's only 3 inches tall, the front, so the ducks can step over it, which I already know they can step over 3 inches, no problem, because the entrance to the barn is a 4-inch step, so they're not going to have a problem with it. And it gives it, you know, a way that, you know, they can build a nice little nest in there, and, you know, just holds the straw in place. Yeah, there's one done. That's the bottom. So now I'll do a top for you. It's so nice when you pre-cut all your lumber, and that's what I did. You know, I got the table saw out. I cut everything up because, you know, I made one, and that was you know, the first one's always the one that takes the longest. And I made one. I didn't like the way it turned out, and, you know, I had some ideas, and I ended up changing it. You know, the design and the measurements, and, you know, that's how you, when you build your first one, that's how you discover, you know, it's the old prototype scenario of what, you know, you want to do, and how you want to do it, and how you want it to look. And this, you know, now like I said, I built the first one, got the measurements, and then I just basically sat here for, you know, well, I sat here, I was in here for 2.5 hours with the skill saw, table saw, you know, cutting my face off here. getting everything done so that I could just whack these off, because I really want to get them into the barn. I would really like if I got them in the barn today, which is not impossible. It's totally possible. But I think they're really a slick nesting box idea. I really think I came up with a good one. We'll see though, because I'm not a duck, and I don't know what the ducks are going to think of it. I'm hoping they approve, because they are making nests in the corner of the barn. Now the top is, the shelves are 18 inches wide. And the top nesting boxes, I didn't make them 16.5 inches wide. I made them 2 feet wide, so that because the Muscovy and the Rowan, if they're going to jump up and flap their wings like crazy to get in, which the Rowan do, because they're not like the Muscovy, who have much better control. I didn't want to have where the opening was so thin that they couldn't get in, or they got in and the nails, there's nothing came through. But I didn't want to have it so narrow that when they try to jump up into the nesting box, that it was difficult. I wanted to make it easy as possible, and I figured with 70 females, 20 Rowans and 11 Muscovies, and the rest Pekings. And Peking aren't known, to nest at all. They're not known to be young. I have a hunch that if the Muscovy and the Rowans don't take over the eggs, I'm going to have to do an incubator, which we'll see. It all depends on how the Rowan and the Muscovy end up doing. For me, which they, who knows? Oh, missed that one. Missed that one again. Who knows? They might, be able to handle it, and between them they can 35 birds. Maybe there is 3 or 4 Pekings that will sit on their eggs. Who knows? But 35, covers my Rowans and covers my Muscovies completely, and gives me 4 extra nesting boxes. And if the Pekings decide they want to do something, they can. I have a hunch, based on everything I've read about them, that they won't. They will not sit on the nest. Who knows? Some of the subs have said that they've got Pekings that do. We'll see. But I figured why build 70 nesting boxes when 30 plus of your birds, the chance of them sitting on a nest is remote to slim. So who knows? I might end up building a an incubator for the Peking eggs. We don't know. Depends how many eggs we get. But 35 nesting boxes. If every nesting box gets occupied, at 10 to 20 eggs per box, we could have a whole bunch of young here. We don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before. It's new to me. It's all an adventure. And I'm sharing it on YouTube with you guys. Alright people, we're going to put a nesting box together. This is going to be level 1 and 2, and this is the modular design I came up with that will fit into this metal racking here that I've made up. And of course, Rocco's going to lay right where I have to work. Oh, you're so good at that, Rocky. Always in the way. Oh, my old sweet dog. Alright, let's get at her. Okay, so now we've got the bottom and the top wood assembled, the modular nesting box itself, and we've got the steel racks. Now these are, like I've said previously, these are some old steel racks from my old business that I had chopped off into 4-foot height because they were too tall for what I was using them for, but now they're useless, but they're not useless because they're exactly what I need for today for the ducks. So, now I've made this is the bottom. Now it is a bit tight to get in here, because it's are exactly 4 feet, so now the nice thing about this is that when I go to if I go to take them apart in the barn or anything, I can do it all without tools, which is really nice. Usually when you build something, you end up having to use tools to take it apart and put it together. Now these are going to be a slick nesting box. Hopefully the ducks think that they're slick. I think they're slick, but hey, I'm not a duck. All right. Sometimes it binds because the racks are not rigid. All else fails, use a hammer. Alright. And that's what they're going to look like. And it's not basically, there's going to be down one row of the barn. On one wall, I should say, the far wall, there's going to be 4 of these sections. On the end wall there's going to be 2, and then on the facing wall that you walk into the barn there's going to be 1. So I'm going to get 35 nesting boxes for the ducks, and we'll see if this works. I think it's pretty slick. The only problem I might have is they might peck away the wood, because it is just particle board and they might end up eating it for all I know. Who knows, they're ducks. But it's the material that I have available to me for free. And that's the key on this whole project, because we don't know if they're going to even produce for me. So that's the nesting box. Final assembly. Alright, I got the nesting boxes done. We're going to go down here and I'm going to clean out the duckies. I'm going to clean out the barn area where I'm going to put them, and we're going to start installing them. Oh, little duckies. Look at them. They're all hanging around at the front of the barn here. They don't want to be inside the pen anymore. But they're still filthy. Like, look at them. They're just dirty ducks. Oh, the bath. Oh, yes, they're filthy. We're going to go in here and we're going to start setting up the nesting boxes. Oh, I'm excited to get this done. Alright, we're going to bring in, well, I got to take that out first. That's going to come out. And then we're going to move that heat lamp out of the way. And then I'm going to start moving that. I'm going to pull that straw out of the way and set up the metal racks on that wall. And then we'll bring down the boxes. And it's going to be spidorky. Oh, I can't wait. This is exciting, especially the ducks start using them right away. Well, I decided it'd be a lot easier if I just clean the barn out. So I, scraped her all out, and now I'm gonna go and start bringing the racking in. I started moving the straw aside, and it was like half dirty. I thought, oh God, this is just it's going to cause make the job a lot harder. It's going to be a lot easier now. Everything's out of here. Bring the steel racks in. Start setting them up, and then start putting the nesting boxes inside of them. Oh, this is exciting stuff. We're getting close. Okay, I've got the frames in place. It fits actually just perfect. We got some corners, so there's actually more spots that they can, if they want to lay, they can, if they want to do it in the corner. But now I'm going to bring in the nesting modular units that I built, and I'll place them in, and then we'll put the second layer on. It's coming together. Level 1 installed. It's working out perfect. Now I'm going to put the metal crossers for the second level. I'm going to put them on, and then bring the second level of boxes in. This is slick. The ducks are going to have a place to lay eggs and hatch their ducklings. Oh, I'm getting excited. I can hardly contain myself. Well, the nesting boxes are in. We're set up. I'm just going to do the straw now and reposition the heat lamp that was hanging there, but that is a grand total of 36 nesting boxes. I ended up getting one extra by making this one here into a 3, just because I had the lumber. I thought, wow, what the hell. So, but I've got some nice big ones. I've got little ones. I've got ones I can walk into. I've even got a couple corners. If they want to go back there in the corner, there's room back there. There's a corner there. There's a corner there. So then we've got the chickens up there. I'm gonna put something up for the chickens to be able to walk up a little easier. We'll see if they can get in there or not. And but that's it. I just want to give you some footage here. I'm putting the straw in, and the ducks are. They're coming in like the new straw. The new straw just makes them get all really excited. But everybody's like, they can't wait for me to do this. Like, look at them. Like, guys, I gotta get this done. So I'm just gonna let the camera run. I don't know what kind of footage I'm gonna get for you. I'll edit out the crap. But the excitement that we seem to be getting here. Everybody's wondering what I'm doing. Look at them all. They're all watching me. Yes, I'm doing straw for you. I got them out the door. You guys are like little kids. Every time they get new straw, it's like Christmas. It looks like the Muscovy over there is already trying to make a nest for herself. Oh, everybody's getting excited over here, aren't you? Well, the ducks are definitely interested in the nesting boxes. Look at that. They're going crazy. I'd have to think the ducks are into this nesting box situation. Well, it's like Christmas time here for the ducks. Everybody's having just too much fun. They're really interested in the boxes. They're interested in the corners. But I gotta show you this one Muscovy. We're going for some quiet here. I got a chicken back there, but look at this Muscovy here. She's already making her nest. Look at her. So it's going to be interesting now that they've all got places to hide and get away from everybody. And, they like the corners too. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Like I said earlier, never done this before. So I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sort of just winging it. The ducks seem to be approving. Hey, duckies! Alright, well, I'm going to go and change their water because they've made an absolute mess of it today, and go have my supper. I just turned the lights off and I was about to leave, and I was just standing here watching them, and the ducks are going crazy. I've got, this is just the night light here, it turns off at 10, but they're seriously loving these new hiding places. There's already been a couple of fights break out for the corners, but the ducks are definitely definitely really enjoying this. It's literally a beehive of activity, and everybody's trying to find a box that they like. I'm tired, and I've been up since 4:30, and it's time to go have some supper.